and we wiggle thumbs. What, you want a thumb wrestle? We can thumb wrestle. I win! I win!
I know, I'm hiding. You can't get me.
Yeah, but I'm on top of you. So I win.
No, I'm not pinned. I'm turtled.
You're turtled. You suck. All right, so welcome to the first episode in the premiere of Stream Talks. On my stream, you'll see it better. On J5's stream, you'll just see me and my ugly face and J5's gorgeous mug. But you'll see everything on his stream, like everything on my stream, because I see his Chester, I see his computer, I see everything. It's amazing. You don't have that dumbed down look, but yeah, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Yeah, I do. Come on over and check it out.
Oh, I do see it. Yeah, you can see like the whole room.
Mm-hmm. It looks nice though. You should have that more often. But I know the tighter look, you know, it feels better.
Yeah, this could be like intermission actually. This actually, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, that actually doesn't look half bad.
It doesn't look half bad at all. So you know what I'm gonna do?
It shows how horrible my posture is.
Your posture is very, very bad, sir. Very, very, very bad. I'm gonna disable this the captions on OBS, the experimental captions, not really great. Not really that great. Okay, so let's pop up my socials. There we go. All right.
Bada bing, bada boom. Naruto Bijou. Yes. Yes.
Naruto Bijou mode.
Oh, it's the
Oh, yeah.
What do they call it? It's like K. There's a. What do you call it when there's a like shortened, like the letters that stand for
Kanji?
No.
Oh.
Like how like LOL is like laugh out loud.
Oh,
Laughing out loud.
abbreviations?
Is it abbreviation?
Yeah.
I don't know. My brain's failing me right now.
Well, it is AM for you.
Sean, what's going on? Yes, but no, look, and it's animated. It's animated. Behind us though is Sasuke. But you know.
Yeah, Sasuke is right here. I've looked at his desktop background. It's awesome.
You bought the new Fortnite season battle pass?
Using code J5MMG. Using your code. There you go.
Thanks, Ciela. You're the best.
Yo, what's up, Mosh?
Ooh, look at that fancy background. I feel like we should be like, I should have like a snorkel or something.
Oh yeah. You like that down here and around us? Yeah, because I didn't want to do what I showed you last time. I'm like, nah, that looks too tedious. This looks a little bit better, and it makes you want to go pee.
Oh my gosh, that's bad. You know why? I live in Hawaii. We don't get to pee a lot. I mean, like we're not used to long car rides, so my bladder isn't trained for this.
Oh no. Well,
like I will be running to the bathroom like every 20 minutes. If you make.
Are you still playing with your camera, dude?
I am.
Why are you playing with your camera? Oh, there you go. Yeah, that looks better.
I can play with it.
You'll go blind.
You'll blind if you play with your camera. Oh my goodness. If I put that there.
Sasuke Uchiha.
I'm kind of like a perfectionist when it comes to like this kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, there you go, dude. You look better. You look better now. Yeah, I like that. And you got the banners in the background. Oh, you don't want the banners in the background?
Oh, we can put the banners up.
Yeah.
Can't really see it though. The banners are a little bit high.
Well, yeah, they are high, but they're still there in the picture.
Yeah. So that one's, I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the Denver Broncos. Yo, Ty, what are you doing? Thank you for $5. Thank you for $5. We got the Denver Broncos, the Horde banner. That's right, for the Horde. For the Horde, chat. That's the only way to do it.
There you go.
And the Boston Bruins banner.
Yeah,
okay.
I gave you that sound bite too,
which is weird.
You should be playing that. Yeah. I mean, I can do it for you live if you want me to.
Chat, do you guys want to hear him live? Say yes. Say yes, chat.
Do you guys want to hear me say "For the Horde" live, just like it was in World of Warcraft?
Not really a spoiler, but
Warcraft.
Diela says yes.
Yes. Anybody else want it? I mean, Diela, I know Diela wants.
Yes. Diela's like yes.
Yes. Okay. For the Horde.
I got shivers.
You got shivers.
I got shivers.
All right. Me.
I'm at the part where Sasuke fights Deidara. Oh, okay. You got a while to go.
Yeah,
you got a while to go.
You got a
my
long
friend.
while to go.
It gets even crazier.
It gets more intense. Yes. Let's see the audio mixer here. Are we good? Oh no, I need to quiet it a little bit more.
All right.
There we go.
So what would you like to discuss today?
So today we are discussing streams and streaming and how people get started in streaming.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, these are things that a lot of people come into your chat, ask you. You've discussed them before, but I thought, you know what? Why don't I make you the first guest and let you discuss it even more in depth, have a stream, have a podcast just for it. So that's why I asked you on for the premiere of Stream Talk. So why did you end up starting streaming? Like, what made you start streaming?
The question is,
you can copy and paste it.
That's actually true. I have both of them open right now.
You do. I know
this
you
do. This is why the world needs mods like Titan, because otherwise I would be super confused. Wait, where did it go? I lost it. It disappeared.
Oh, okay. Well, you can open it up from the conversation, and I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh, but it's capturing Discord full screen though.
It is.
It's gonna screw it up.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Hello, I can pull up on my phone. Come on. What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing, dude. I don't know what you're doing.
My brain is all over the place right now. It's literally all over the place. All right. Like, my brain is everywhere.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. Don't worry, you're gravy.
Does that if I'm gravy, does that make you a biscuit?
Yeah. How about that?
Wait, do you have biscuits and gravy in Canada?
Yeah, we do, bro. We do, man. Okay. We got Popeyes.
In Hawaii, we don't have biscuits and gravy. So the first time I was like, what the heck is biscuits and gravy? And I actually had it for the first time like a couple months ago, and I was like,
ooh, not bad. No, it's not bad at all.
Why did you start streaming?
Yeah, why did you end up start streaming?
All right, so why I started streaming, honestly, it was a blend of two of the things that I really loved, which was video games and like talking with people and just building relationships. It's funny because I actually never really was into the whole like streaming scene until it kind of became a little bit more mainstream, because it started off as like Justin TV, right? Twitch was Justin TV before it became Twitch.
Yep, about like 6-ish years ago.
And it was very rudimentary back then. Like, I remember people were streaming like everything under the sun. Like, it wasn't just video games. It wasn't just chatting.
It was everything.
A bunch of like crazy things. Yeah. And so back then, like I was working like in the food and beverage industry, like in a restaurant. And so it was very like my schedule was kind of weird, because I would like work from like 4 to like 2 in the morning, and then I would come home, play video games, and then fall asleep, and then sleep the whole day, and then just do the whole thing all over again. So it never really gave me a lot of time to stop in, I guess, and like you really get into the whole scene. It wasn't really until, you know, I started thinking about like other ways to make money. When, you know, you talk about like YouTube and you talk about Twitch, and it's like it's like, what if I was able to create a income, like a revenue like source, but like not one where it feels like work, you know? It's like you could have income, but it's not necessarily, you know, the motive isn't just income, but it's like it could be like am I saying that right? It's like you could have like do the things that you love to do and possibly generate income from it. I guess that's like the more correct way to say it.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, like that was like the it's like do what I love to do, and like maybe, just maybe, if it takes off, like
something will
it
come out of it. Yeah.
It's like you know, you could instead of just, you know, just sitting there and playing video games all day, you could actually like have some sort of side source of income from it. And it actually it actually never started on Twitch. Like my whole thing was never Twitch. It was YouTube. It was like make YouTube videos, like create a channel, and then you know, maybe it blows up, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But like it was funny because I actually didn't start doing it with video games. It was actually with surfing videos. So
okay.
I made a bunch of surfing videos of me and my friends just hanging out, catching waves, and doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and kind of posted that. And like it kind of died down because I didn't have the editing like hardware for it, so it kind of was like hard to do because it like my computer couldn't handle a lot of the stuff we were doing. It was hard to like store everything because it, like the files were just so big. And back then memory was expensive.
It was.
You couldn't like one like terabyte drive was like $300-$400 back then.
Yeah,
like it was expensive, and so it was hard to really get into the whole scene that way, just because the cost of entry was so high. And at that time, like I was like, you know, just out of high school, like, you know, working my way through college kind of thing, and so it was very like a long process. Yo, Python King, name of the host, I appreciate it. And then so after that, like I kind of discovered Twitch and realized that, hey, you know, like the Twitch thing could be like a different, like, I guess, way to kind of like
different
instead of just playing video games, yeah, like a different avenue, like just like a because the when I first thought about it then, which isn't a good way to think about it now, but when I first thought about it then, I was like wait, Twitch, like you can like go live, and then you're live, and then it records your whole VOD for you, and then you end stream, and then you have to do any editing. Like that was my thought process back then as like a beginning streamer. And we'll go into that a little bit more and touch on that a little bit more on why that's not a good mindset to have. Based on experience. But that's kind of like where I was at the time. And so it was kind of interesting to see how like my progress has kind of, you know, gone from like making YouTube videos to Twitch, and then to realizing like how much more Twitch is than just a platform that you can stream on.
Yes.
And so honestly, it was just to combine two of the things that I love to do, which is play video games and meet people, create content, and just be like, you know, like I guess you could, well, not necessarily the life of the party, but just bring joy to people, you know, like that was always like who I was.
Oh, for sure.
Like just being able to do that was, you know, probably the core reason why I started streaming. I know that's probably like I touched on like 500 different points, but
you touched on so many points, but you did answer why you ended up starting streaming and how that affected you. But when did you first realize that you wanted to continue streaming? And you touched upon that subject by saying that Twitch made you want to be the streamer that you always wanted to be with making content for people. But when did you first realize that you wanted to continue streaming? You wanted to go on streaming after all that realization?
it's funny because the first thing that I thought about was like when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. I don't know if you guys saw the episode, and he's showing I think it was Majin Buu. He's like he's showing like Majin Buu. He's like this is a Super Saiyan, this is a Super Saiyan 2, and this is what it means to go further beyond. And he goes to like the Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, when you said like, when did you realize you wanted to continue streaming? And I was like, to go further beyond. my chat, just bear with me. My brain is very ADHD sometimes, and just like random thoughts. Just
yeah, he'll go all over the place. I'm used to Jeff by now. I mean, we've known each other for over a year now, and he's all over the place, but he means well. Go ahead.
I apologize.
No, don't apologize.
So when did I realize I wanted to continue streaming? I think it was, I mean, because it was never like streaming is never a guarantee. That's something that I learned very quickly, that just because you hit that going live button doesn't mean that you're going to get a viewer in chat. Doesn't mean that you're going to get someone to talk in chat. Doesn't mean that people are going to stop by your stream. It's very, some people may say it's luck, but there's a lot of work that goes into the backside of streaming that kind of propel you to grow. And I think when I started to realize that, I kind of had something going, especially I think it was around, because we started streaming in August, like late August, early September of 2018. And like around November, like Thanksgiving time of 2018, we were streaming Fortnite like every single day, and we're just like having fun, like doing some, playing with viewers and just like having a good time in chat, and realizing that, as we started to grow and as we started to pick up momentum, it's like, hey, we might have something here. Like we might actually, like this might actually be something that may be viable like in the future.
Oh, for sure.
And that kind of just like, allowed me to just continue on and to keep on wanting to grow and building the relationships with, people on stream and seeing them in chat every single day, and getting to the point where it's like you see their name and it's almost like when you see your friend, like you're just like, oh hey, like it's good to see you. And it's weird because when you think about it, like I really don't know what you guys look like. I mean, I know what Titan looks like.
Apart from myself,
I don't know what everybody else looks like.
Yeah.
And so, like, I see your name, and it's funny because I am very bad with names. I am very good with faces. So if I see your face, I can see you like 10 years later and be like, I know you from somewhere. Like, and I'll be like, I know you from here. But like, you tell me like someone's name, and like, those memes where like they talk about like, oh hi, I'm so and so, and then you're like, oh hi, so nice to meet you, and then like 2 seconds later, like, crap, what was their name? Like, that's my brain sometimes. And I think it's partially because like I may be like partly ADHD or ADD or whatever. So like when people talk, sometimes like my brain just like, I'm trying to pay attention, but sometimes my brain just like,
it's
like
it goes off somewhere else. No, yeah, like, I get the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. So but anyway, reel it back in, Jeff. Reel it back in.
You're good. Dude.
But realizing that, when we started building like relationships with the viewers and just like seeing them every single day and just like saying hi and getting to know everybody, and realizing that we're like building community, was like, wow, like there's a bigger picture than just the stream. Like this is like, and then you have like, the Discord, you have Instagram, you have other social media platforms that you're like everyone in the community is in, and so you see them and you converse with them and you interact with them outside of stream, and it becomes more of a friendship with people other than just like a streamer viewer relationship, right?
Yeah.
And so I think when I started to realize like that was starting to take place, it was very like, like this is something that is building relationships and like helping people, whether it's dealing with stuff that's going on IRL, or if it's like, just being that ear that someone can talk to, or just hanging out and just having a good time and putting a smile on someone's face. Like that was the the kind of like the wow, like the motivating factor behind, trying to put more work into the stream and trying to advance everything further.
That's really, really well said. I mean, with any streamer, even myself, you want to advance your career. I mean, if you like, for myself, it is a career for me now. I mean, after
I'm jealous.
After you lose your job, you're jealous because I can continue with the career, right? But see, I'm looking around at everybody and I see more growth with them than I do with myself. But then I have to take myself into consideration and say, how far am I gonna go? Where am I gonna be like 2-3 years down the line, right? How am I gonna take this further? So yeah, and that's when we segue into my next question. What difficulties did you run into when you started streaming?
Oh boy, that's a good one. Panda, yo, thank you for the 25 bits, Panda. I appreciate you, bud. So the difficulties when I started streaming, and I think you like how you said, you touched on it, like that doubt in the back of your head where you see like people growing and you kind of like you impart that view of other people's growth onto yourself. Yep. And the hard part, like that's definitely like the hardest part about streaming, because you can be streaming for years and then you have this new kid on the block that starts streaming for like 2 months and then just blows up and you're like, wait, what? But that's the thing, that is the name of the game. That is entrepreneurship, I guess, in a nutshell, is because like nothing is guaranteed in this industry, right? Nothing is like it. The difference, and the way that I've heard it explained was that like as an entrepreneur, as a streamer, as a YouTuber, like you have your own brand, you have your own business, you're generating your own income, you're your own boss. Yep. And the you'll find that the people that like really try to, or like really like not excel but like blow up overnight, whether it's usually it's like they've done things prior to that no one has ever seen. So for instance, Ninja, for example, I mean, I know like most people know who Ninja is. Yep. He streamed on Twitch for years before he blew up. He was part of the whole pro scene, like with the Halo stuff back in the day, but he put in hours on Twitch and streamed. He did average more than the average viewer, but he was nowhere near making money to sustain himself financially, for a full-time job. And the thing is, like, he kept with it. He kept pushing, he kept grinding, he kept perfecting his craft, and when the opportunity presented itself, like it was there. Like Fortnite popped up, he was killing it, and the reason why was because he had put in all those hours, he put in all that work. You started to see trends, you started to see what worked, what didn't, learning from what worked or what didn't work, and then applying that new mindset to new things, like moving forward. And just the whole thing about entrepreneurship is that you're gonna fail 99% of the time.
That's right.
And it's like, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow, and a lot of people don't like failing. Like, I don't like failure, but I think the thing that's even worse than that is failing and then not learning from that failure. So it's like failing and then continuing to do the same thing day in and day out, and like, because the definition of it is insanity, is like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Yes,
exactly.
That is the definition.
And so like insanity. When people are like, why do I only have like one viewer in my chat like every single day? It's like, well, what are you doing? It's like, well, I open my game, hit the go live button, and then I just stream for like 8 hours. It's like, what else do you do? It's like, that's it. It's like, well, like you need to like, the issue wasn't the fact that it's not their work ethic, because they you're putting in 8 hours every single day. It's their method and their approach to things. So it's like, you're streaming 8 hours a day and you realize that you're not getting any traction.
Yeah, but what are you doing to improve yourself those 8 hours a day? Like,
Exactly.
are you doing something different? And a majority of the people don't realize that. You know what? I'm gonna use us as an example. You're further than I am, and we've been streaming about the same time. Okay? Look at Jeff's background. Look at my background. Look at the difference between us. I have a blank wall behind me with a little bit of doodads on my right side. Jeff, his entire screen is full of stuff. And then he has an amazing mic. So you have conversation in your background. See, what people don't understand is when you stream, in your background is where you make the conversations happen. Okay, yes, you can put a green screen behind it, but I would advise against it unless your place is extremely messy. Having stuff in your background and having those little conversations is what progresses you as well. RGB was the hit back in the day too. So this won't be able to be. You're addicted to RGB. Exactly.
I need help, chat.
So that's a good conversation starter. This you guys won't be able to see it when it's up and posted on the podcast, but J5's background is basically his computer screen. His computer has like RGB fans, RGB memory, RGB motherboard, RGB fans in the front. He's got green, which is his main theme, behind him. And then he has, I don't know what the blue in the background is, but that's the first thing that catches my eye every time I look at your stream.
Oh, this thing? That thing?
Yeah, the blue there.
That's more RGB.
That's more RGB. Oh my goodness. He is addicted, ladies and gentlemen. He is addicted.
I need help, chat.
He needs extreme help. But meanwhile, I have a window behind me that's letting in a flood of light, blocking whatever I have behind me, which is not really good. So I'm going to get blackout curtains sometime whenever everything opens back up. But I digress. There has been more improvement on his terms because he's actually good at a game. I suck at games. So with him,
he's lying.
I suck at games. Shush.
Shush. Your YouTube channel says otherwise. Hashtag Titan Unhinged. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Titan Unhinged. Those were just flukes.
Kills with a knife.
56 kills with a knife. Wow, that was insane that day, dude. But yeah, like Fortnite, he got started on Fortnite, as he said before, and he was playing Fortnite on the Xbox, and he was just taking people out left and right, and everybody wanted to play with him, and he has this like perfect personality. And there's Ice with 16 months at tier 3. What? Ice comes in with a tier 3 for 16 months, ladies and gentlemen. 16 months. J5's face is like, PogChamp, but in like disarray. He's surprised. See this? There you go.
I love you forever. Raise up chat.
Holy bleep, yes, holy bleep is right.
Ice, what is going on, my dude? How is your day going? We're talking about streaming. If you want to hang out with us and chit chat.
If you want to chill,
we're discussing streaming and how our journeys have kind of brought us to where we are today. I think like how Titan was. Is Titan a magician? He was there. That he's not. Well, then he wasn't there.
Peekaboo.
I looked over and then I'm like, wait, Titan just Houdini'd himself. Anyway, I got no people watching me. So, well, Ice, don't worry. We're gonna go over some tips, or not some tips, but like some stuff that worked for us.
Yeah, we'll go through some tips too later on, like after the show is done, or like before the show finishes.
for the thing about like, you know, like we talk about RGB and we talk about, you know, mics and like peripherals that kind of help streaming. I think the biggest thing though is to not just go in and like drop a whole bunch of money on everything. The main thing is like to start off with, you know, what you have and then eventually grow into certain things. And so like I was giving this example like the other day and we're talking about it, and it's funny because it's still on my desk, but the first mic that I started off with was this like newer NW800 mic that's like,
oh, I remember that
on Amazon.
I remember that, dude.
This thing is $30 on Amazon, and like it was like, it's not a bad mic, like
it's a really good mic.
It's a great budget mic.
Yeah.
And then I slowly upgraded, you know, and then I upgraded to the Blue Yeti, and then the AT2020,
and now the
and
SM7B.
now the SM7B. And I want to also stress that a lot of this stuff, like it isn't like, don't go just spending all of your money on like your stream stuff. One of the things that I've learned is to treat it like your stream and the income from your stream like you would any other business. So you want to take, like, you don't want to go and like you get that payout and then you're like, oh sweet, and then you go to like Dave and Buster's and then like blow your whole payout on like video games or like buying like a new like, well, I guess I can't say brand new game, but like go buying like something that has nothing to do with your stream, you know, like. So don't get your Twitch payout and then like buy like for me it'd be, I guess, car parts. Like I spend some money on car parts too, but like the car parts will not return, or there's no return on investment for car parts for your stream. But if you were to invest into, say, like the RGB lights behind me, then it becomes something that you can add to your stream, and it's like, oh, like, you know, people are scrolling through the directory and then they see like a bright green background, and it's like, oh, and then they click on it and you potentially added a new viewer. But if you spend money on something else that wouldn't ever show up in your stream, it doesn't ever show up. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah. You can have substance.
Stuff for your car. Let's go, Ice. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying that like, if you do spend your money, like your Twitch payout money on other things, like just don't expect any return on the investment on those things.
Yeah. Like if you guys want to know what to spend on, okay, and it's good that you touched in on your mic situation and whatnot. People ask all the time, how do we start streaming? How do we get started streaming? Well, I watched Linus. Okay, big shout out to LTT Group, because he does things people have already done, but he does it in his own way. And he touched on like this like $30 microphone, okay, USB microphone, and then your iPhone with like an IP app or Droid Cam app, and there's your camera, there's your voice, and then you just start streaming right now. You don't touch in on the settings of OBS or your upload speed or whatnot, but those are important. But people are like, they have a console and they're like, how do I start streaming on a console? Do I have to have a PC? No, you can stream directly from your console. PS4, Xbox, there's a Twitch app that allows you to stream. Okay, you can just go live right there from the app. Not many people know how to do that, right? So when people say just start streaming, stream for 3 hours, 4 hours. If you want, you can create a Twitter account and post there. TikTok is a good thing. That's what you used to do on your Xbox. Yeah, well, you can stream for like 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever you want to stream at. So like, and that's also segues into my next question. How much time did you invest in starting to stream?
I think I invested a lot of time when I first started streaming, and I'm trying to actually find a photo of. Oh, here, I got it. So, like, just to go back, just real quick.
Okay.
So just touch on like, starting with what you got.
Yep.
Like, this was what my first stream setup was. Like this was. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's literally my TV, my Xbox, my mic, which is the one that the NW800. It was a C920, and I was streaming off of my MacBook Pro.
And your MacBook Pro as well.
I was streaming off of the computer that I had from college.
Wow.
So like, and it was so bad that the audio would desync after 10 minutes because the processor couldn't handle the encoding.
It was unsyncing. Wow.
Yes. So I started off on that, and then eventually, as I started to grow, I invested money into the stream. Ended up getting my first PC, which I streamed. I still played on the Xbox, but I streamed off of the PC, which could now handle.
Yep. I remember that.
And it was a budget build. It was a budget build. I probably spent about $500 or $600 on it. And it was just purely so that I could do some graphics and stream.
Yeah.
And and that was my new computer. And then from there it progressed, and now we have this one, and my wife has the other PC, and we just like, I don't know if you guys are there for the co-stream, but now it like kind of allows us to do certain things, so like we can play together.
Yeah.
A couple
you can stream together.
So, exactly. And it's like, and the cool thing about upgrading a mic too, when you have someone that also plays and or streams with you, is that you can actually pass down certain things. So like, she was like, I had the NW800. She wasn't really into games like PC gaming back then. But then after I got the AT2020, the Blue Yeti was kind of just sitting there, and then so she started using it as her mic. And the thing was like, realizing that the Blue Yeti is so like sensitive that we couldn't use the setup that I wanted to do. So now she has the AT2020, I have the SM7B, and hopefully on the next couple stream the audio will be a lot better because the gate will be all set up, and this mic won't pick up anything. So we'll be hopefully good to go on that part.
Did you have an interface for her?
That is on it. Well, after this whole COVID shipping thing dies down, that's like the next thing on the list. So
okay.
That's definitely gonna be I mean, I have an old interface from the NW800, but it's not the best interface. But I mean, it'll work if we have to ever use it.
Well, I mean, if you do want to do something before this whole COVID thing ends, then yeah, that would be a good option for you.
That interface was like a $10, like super cheapy, like
interface.
Probably China knockoff brand. But like just going back to that whole point about investing and then just reinvesting into your stream allows you to do certain things like this, and then like even like emotes and stuff like that just allows you to
unless you can draw your own emotes things. Raises my hand.
Yeah, well, I made some of my emotes, but I don't have the skills. Yo, what's up, Nasty? You're gonna be back later? Oh, sounds good, Nasty. Sorry, and then what I totally lost track of the other question.
Oh, that was the question.
I mean,
like how much time did you invest in starting to stream?
No, so time wise, that's right. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem, dude.
Time wise, the trap that I fell into when I was first started streaming was that I was going to stream like all day, every day, and be like, the biggest grinder out there to stream.
The Godzilla of grinding.
That, like, sorry, what?
The Godzilla of grinding.
Yes, the Godzilla of grinding. So the issue that or the trap that I fell into was like the more you stream equals more growth. But the hard part about that is that in order to grow on Twitch, you have to have somebody click on your stream and then hang out and then follow and then stick around And eventually, once you get a lot of people to do that, it moves you up the directory. But the thing is, when you first you're good, Tomato King. The hard part is like when you first jump into streaming, you're going to be at the bottom of the directory, and people have to scroll very, very far
basically
to get down to where you're at. And so now after streaming for a little bit, realizing that, you know, I spent a lot of time streaming, like a lot. I think at this point I have like, I want to say like it's like 1,400 hours or something crazy. Like I was like, holy moly, like I've streamed like really, really long, or like I have a lot of hours.
You know, you can check, right?
No, yeah, I think that's where it came from. It's like 14. It's like 13 or 1,400.
Let me check. I'm actually curious now. Now I'm actually curious.
I'm pretty sure it's like 13 or 1,400. It's up there.
I have 1,160 hours.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
You go into your insights,
analytics.
achievements.
Wait, achievements?
Yeah, achievements. It will tell you right there. Out of 2K hours, how many you streamed.
Oh, I'm at 1.3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1.3.
Yeah.
1.3K hours. That's a lot.
That is a lot of hours. That's a lot of Fortnite.
Also here, sorry, but I forgot to watch the movie. All good, Articus. I appreciate the lurk though. That lurking helps the channel.
Yep, lurks do
more than you
help.
would think.
Yep.
But to go back to the question about how much time I put in, I definitely put in way too much time streaming. Now I'm not saying like don't stream. I'm saying utilize your time in a way that it's going to allow you to grow your stream. So when I say grow, like I think Harris says it best. Like if you guys don't know who Harris Heller is, Alpha Gaming, his mindset and his knowledge in this industry is pretty awesome, and he shares it with everybody for free on YouTube. So go check him out.
There you go.
But anyway,
he streams on Twitch too.
Yeah, he streams on Twitch too. I think he just did a 24-hour stream too.
He did.
The other day.
Yeah.
But he basically his mind or look on it is grow on a platform that has a really good algorithm, which is YouTube, and then bring that audience over to Twitch, because YouTube's algorithm is so dialed in because they've been online, they've been doing this for so long. I mean, they have the number one search platform in the world.
Yeah.
So their algorithms are on point when it comes to finding content that people like and connecting people with the content that they're searching for. So once you realize how to like to harness that algorithm and to use it to drive people to your channel, then you can drive those people from your YouTube channel, which is also on 24/7 working for you while you're sleeping.
Yep.
Like to your Twitch stream.
Yep.
So realizing, like when I first started, I didn't realize all of this. I didn't know all of this. It comes with time, but we're doing this so that everyone that's starting streaming or like getting into streaming,
they understand and they know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because YouTube, believe it or not, according to Google, YouTube has been around for 15 years. The domain name has started February 14th, 2005.
Holy moly.
Netflix has been around for 22 years, and Amazon has been around for 25 years.
Wait, Netflix has been out for
22
because they used to do DVD.
Yes, they used to do DVD. Yes. In the US. Not here in Canada.
Right now.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot about that. Netflix used to have a delivery service. I think they still do.
And they still do that, but only for the US residents.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They must have a giant warehouse of just like a bunch of like movies.
They probably do, yeah. Well, that's why they started their online thing, right? It's because they had the online thing. Right?
Like there's actually to my brain just went to like whenever you go hit a play on a movie, there's actually like a little gnome that goes in and like pops a DVD in and hits play and it connects to your computer. To not waste the DVDs, we gotta figure out a system.
Yeah.
Yo, that'd be hilarious.
Oh,
Like don't
my
look into
goodness.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. I mean, I just looked up YouTube, and then Netflix is like 22 years and Amazon's 25 years. It's like, what's going on?
That's crazy.
Yeah. That makes
But I
me
guess
feel very old.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But like it goes back to that point that we made where, you know, look at where you're not doing well, and then adapt and adjust and change.
Yeah. And there are
Like,
some
with Netflix.
things that people have mentioned as well. It's like, don't look behind you, look forward. Okay, yes, you can do that. Like, don't look at what happened in the past and just move forward. But learn from your past and move forward to succeed, to push through your blocks. Like, because I know I have blocks, and I know what those blocks are. It's my background, but I can push through that if my personality is hyped or relaxed or chill or whatever. Dude, ASMR, when I have 2 videos of ASMR. Do you know how many views those 2 ASMR YouTube videos took in the first like 15 minutes?
No.
You're looking them up?
Looking up though.
Yeah?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. The first video is at 60 views. The second video in the first like 10 minutes, 19 views. And it's probably up to now like 40 views. People enjoy the ASMR version. They enjoy my Rune Unhinged. But the tutorials, not many people look up tutorials. So I can do tutorials, but more people like listening to podcasts, which is why I went this route with Stream Talks.
What's up, Freezy? Welcome back to the stream, bud.
Hey, Freezy, what's going on, dude?
That's actually a good point, and like how you're analyzing your data, and that's something that I never really got into, and realizing that that's something that I need to look at more is like analytics, and it's like not the most fun thing to do, but if you're gonna succeed in this, I paused it.
You paused the points, right?
The points. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was like, what? Oh yeah, so because the source that I'm using isn't connected to the stream point, so it won't pop up even though you spend your points on it.
Yeah, we need to find a fix for that. Like, we need to see a workaround just to be able to do this again.
Everything is nested. That's why the way that I have it set up is so if I cut off the
one source,
then it kind of but anyway,
I know. Yeah.
The shoot, I forgot what I was talking about. My brain chat. My brain. My wife would say I'm not drinking enough water.
Let me clip. Give me a second.
Everything is succeed in. We're talking. Anyway.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
What's up, Freezy? Welcome back to the stream. Q Tatum, thank you for dropping that follow. Welcome to the J5 fam. Glad to have you here. Like how you're analyzing your data, and that's something that
analyzing data.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you were talking about analyzing analytics, right? So like you don't analyze your data just as no. Yeah. So there you go.
So like I did not look into that enough, and so you can actually like analyze it and break it down to the point where you're taking notes about, okay, I'm streaming today, I'm playing this game, I'm going to do this playlist, I'm going to have, you know, this type of, you know, whether it's solos, duos, squads, playing with viewers, not playing with viewers, logging all of that, and then going back into your analytics and seeing, okay, was there better viewership? And like, you can't just do it one stream, you have to do this like over time and see like, was there an average of a better viewership? And then not only like, if that doesn't work, not only just changing that, but changing the time you start streaming, you know, like looking at like I think the best time they said to start streaming is like 6 a.m. Pacific time because the East Coast guys are up and then the West Coast guys are just waking up, and through the duration of your stream you're going to be catching everyone that's just getting like started on their day,
which is basically 9 a.m. Eastern till like 5 p.m.
Yeah. So like it's like there's that, and it's kind of crazy because I'm a night owl and I cannot, like, I'd have to wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
But I do know a Hawaii streamer that streams around that time for that specific purpose, and he's hitting like the points where like he's streaming in the perfect time. He's streaming a like not super saturated game, and he's like blowing up. Like he recently got back into streaming, and I was like, dang, like that just goes to show that if you can maximize the time that you're streaming, like, and just stick with it, eventually you're gonna get there faster than everybody else that's kind of streaming like mainstream games. And it's not that you shouldn't stream mainstream games, like stream what is good for you, because the thing is, like, everyone can get something different out of streaming, whether it's escape from stress, whether it's just to hang out with friends, whether it's to play video games and converse with people. Everyone has a different version of success when it comes to streaming, but if you want to succeed financially, like, you're gonna have to dig into this a lot more than the person that's just streaming just to have fun with their friends, because it's no longer a hobby at that point. It's going to be a business. And realizing that, like, you need to look at analytics, like how you look at profit margins for a business, and changing that mindset is what's going to propel you forward to be more successful. And I know it's not the easiest thing to hear, and it's probably not the thing that most people want to hear, but it's the truth when it comes to like being successful. If you look at every single big streamer out there, whether it's Ninja, whether it's Nick Mercs, whether it's Tim the Tatman, whether it's Pokimane, like the common factor between all of them is that they treat their streams like a business, like whether like it's from sponsorships, like whether it's like what they do outside, they treat their stream like a business, and their viewers like a customer base. And the thing is, like, streamers, it's kind of a weird dynamic, because our society is so, our economy is so like transactional based. Like, I give you money, you get my product, right? And it's like a physical product. But with streaming, it's not like really
you are the product.
You are the product. You are the brand. And so, like, for instance, like Nick Mercs, he does this thing where he meets up with the MFAM, like his community, and they have a giant barbecue like every I don't know when they have it, because I mean there's no way that I would be able to go to it because I don't live.
Well, you're in Hawaii, so
But he meets up with all the people that live within like the general area, and he just like says hi to viewers, like hangs out, has a good time, and like that's like building community, like building your brand, and treating the stream like a brand versus just like an entertainment thing.
Exactly. Like, you can't treat your stream as non-existent people.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't work that way, because if you treat them like they're non-existent, it means that your stream is non-existent. I mean, the people that come in and watch you are the people that drive you to stream more. Like, it's Cranky Man comes in and says, hey, J5, remember when you got like 60 viewers when you did customs in like season 8? So people like remind you.
Like, if I looked at my analytics, I would have seen that I had 60 viewers, but like my chat numbers, my chat record would not have reflected that I had 60 viewers in chat.
No.
And then I could have like seen that was a red flag, where people were joining the stream purely to play customs. And the hard part was that, like, as a new streamer, like, everyone just looks at the view count and is like, it's like, why Like I need to make this view count big so that I can apply for partnership. But there's so much more data that goes into Twitch partnering you, whether it's, you know, looking at the viewer to chat ratio, or like, because the thing is, if you're not if your content isn't going to be something that everyone can enjoy regardless of if they're playing or not, like, because the thing is, if I do customs, right, the cap, if I only stream customs,
is 16 people.
Is like, or no, is 100 people.
Oh, 100 people. Okay.
For Fortnite,
Okay,
right? Because because 100 people is the max I can get into a game, and then everyone after that gets put into a separate lobby.
Yeah.
And so the issue then becomes like, oh well, I never get into a game with a streamer. Like I'm just gonna find another streamer that I can get into a game with. And so like when you look at it that way, like it's not scalable. It doesn't allow you to grow past that 100 mark. And when I realized that, it was a hard pill to swallow. Like it was definitely a hard pill to swallow, because like realizing that, shoot, like I can't rely on, I don't want to say it's a gimmick, but I can't rely on the game to carry the stream.
No, you can't rely on a game to carry a stream, and you can't rely on the people to carry a stream either, right?
Exactly.
It's you rely on yourself. Everybody who comes in, there are potential people. Like there was a stream or a YouTube video that was done between Harris Heller and another gentleman, and they were looking at your click-off ratios, right? Because Twitch, they were pissed off when Twitch put up AdSense. But do you know how many people click off your stream if you have ads playing? Even partner streamers get click-offs. It's like, nope, you're playing an ad, goodbye. Nope, you're playing an ad, goodbye.
I'm sure it's like probably in the 30% range.
It is out of 6 people, 5 people click off your stream.
No way.
Yep. Out of 6 people, let's say 6 people, 5 people will click off your stream.
It's that high?
Or 10 people, 6, 7, maybe 8 people click off your stream. It's high. People don't want to watch ads.
Holy moly.
It is an 80% average. Like, or like 2 in every 5 people, 3 in every 5 people will click off your stream. It is a high average when they would click off your stream. So having a different way of monetizing through Twitch, and these are not just affiliates that are getting ads, it's non-affiliates are getting ads too. Ads pop up for non-affiliates all the time. Right? And the non-affiliates are not receiving any kickback for that. We receive minute kickback for how many people are in our stream at any given point when the ad is playing. I hate ads. I disable ad. I play an ad just before the pre-roll kicks off so that it could disable the ads again for 20 minutes. But I get people clicking off my stream a lot because I do that. But I do that so people who are coming in can enjoy the stream. I mean, I don't want people to pay $4.99 or whatever it is in their country to sub to me, right? I don't want to have that. I mean, yes, subbing is an option, but
that's insane. I mean, I noticed like the ad rate. I don't know if you've noticed it, but I feel like it's gone up a little bit, where every single time I try to like click on a stream, like an ad will play.
Yes.
Before it'd be like every now and then it'll play.
No, it's every single time now.
Like every single time.
Every single time.
Says, if you had ads, I would watch them just to talk to you. As one person that said, "Yo, you're so nice."
You're awesome, Frankie, man. You're awesome. Yeah, and Jeff has a really good personality. I mean, look at the difference. So on J5 stream, he's above me, but on my stream, he's to my left. But yeah, look at Jeff. Jeff has this positive personality and everything. And then you look at me, I'm all washed out and I barely smile, but that's my personality. Like I barely smile. Through my life, I haven't had much stuff to smile about. And I personally had a lot of stress growing up. I started working, believe it or not, this is off topic, but I started working when I was 10 years old. I'm currently 35. Well, about to be 35. I'm 34. I started working when I was 10 years old. Till now, I haven't stopped working. Even now, like right now, this is a stream. This I consider my career now. Yeah, 10 years old.
10 years old.
Yep.
Holy Titan. Bro, you know the one thing though that I feel like it's when you have those life experiences, you're able to connect with so much more people though, because you understand exactly
I do
where they're
understand
coming from.
people. Yes, I do understand
You know what I
people.
mean?
I make friends quick. Like if I'm talking to you face to face, I do make friends quickly. And yeah, you get your positivity from J5, of course. J5 is positive. Hell, I'm positive some of the time, but I can't be that whole chipper, fun-loving, go happy guy, right? All the time. Right?
I think that brings I don't know if that's a
and welcome
my
Hipper
prompts failed me,
Samurai.
but I feel like that's a really good point to touch on, is that when you stream, like it's not YouTube, you can't fake a personality on stream.
No,
like,
you can't.
You can edit, you can take multiple takes, you can be like, that wasn't an energetic enough, and then like take an over the top take, and then and
then
add that
dumb
to
it down
every single video
and see how you
and, like,
are. Yeah. But when you're on stream, like right now, I'm on stream. I can go, hey guys, how's it going? What's up? I mean, people think I want to kill them.
Well, I mean, like it's like, like if that's your thing, like over the top is your thing, and that's who you are.
Yeah.
You do like be yourself on stream, because
exactly, be true
people
to
are gonna
yourself.
know like when you're not. It's not when you're not being genuine, but when you're not acting like yourself.
Yes.
So the perfect example is like Tim the Tap Man versus, I guess, who's a pretty low-key, like Dakotas or something, like I don't know if you guys seen Dakota stream, but Dakotas is like very like chill. Like if he hits a shot, like he might like yell or something, but he's like, for the most part, he's pretty just chill. Or like even like but Tim the Tap Man is like over the top insane. You watch Dakotas? Yeah, he's chill, right? But can you imagine if Dakotas tried to act like Tim the Tap Man every single stream? Like, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work
because it clashes with who he is as a person.
Yeah.
And everyone's different. Everyone's like, some people aren't looking for a super hype, like crazy over the top stream. People just want to have a stream where they can, plop in a earphone and then listen to the guy play the game.
Robotic
and
Jeff. Jeff is being robotic. Robotic Jeff. Jeff is robotic. Yeah, on Discord, you're robotic.
Oh, rip.
Rip is right. Yeah, hold on.
If you didn't, I would watch him.
Oh, dang.
Like, it's everyone has a preference, and that's why every streamer is different.
Hold on.
Like, it would be. Oh,
there you go. I had to change the server to US South for you to come back to me. Baby, come back!
Wait, did we lose that? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it should come back.
Go back.
Soon.
Someone fake being happy, it's not worth laughing. Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
So like, you can see when, like, obviously, like maybe there's a little bit of embellishment, when it comes to, like, the over the top, but it's not like their personalities are like that. They're just maybe adding that extra decibel or two on their screams, like when something happens, but they react like that in real life, because you can't, if you're streaming every single day and you're not being yourself, it is going to wear you out.
It will wear you out.
Could ever imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it will wear you out, because you cannot if I
keep
tried
it
to
up.
Be
me. If you try to be me and me be Jeff, right? It won't work, because my personality is just like and he just starts laughing, right?
What
like,
do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
What's going on?
But yeah,
I feel like your person, like, this would be you.
Hi guys. Tell me about your day. I want to hear about your day.
you make me sound like a freaking demon.
I'm just the only way I can get my voice that deep. I can't make my voice deep. I have that.
Save me! I'm trapped in the well. Save me!
But you know what I mean?
No,
like
I know what you mean.
you're very you're very like,
I'm monotonic, but I'm melodic. You know,
that
extra
that
hypnotic.
that was bars. That was bars.
What's going on, Xbox game?
Someone get a fire extinguisher.
I'm hot.
Spitting fire. First time watching you in a year and a half. Yo, Xbox even welcome back. It's good to have you be here after a year and a half.
And it took a stream talk to bring you back. Welcome back, dude.
You chose a good stream.
You chose
to
a
come back to.
really good stream to come back to. I mean, we're having fun here. Yo,
We are.
bye. What's going on?
Upzee.
All right, next a question. Oh, that was a really good little segment there. What was your plan when after you started streaming? I can't English there. What was your plan after you first started streaming?
As far as like what the future of the stream
Yeah,
was?
future of your stream. Like after you started streaming, what did you plan on doing with that? Like, were you planning to go? I don't know. Were you planning to be like Tim the Tatman, like Ninja? Were you trying your own methods? Were you, like, who did you want to be? Your future of streaming. Like, did you always want to stream?
Honestly, it was honestly it wasn't so much like when I first started streaming. I had no really like vision for it in terms of like where it was gonna go. It was kind of like my mentality on it was like, well, like I'm gonna hit this go live button, and then if I get some viewers, get some traction, maybe make some money, like it can fund my hobby of playing video games. And that was like the first kind of I guess when I thought about where the stream was gonna go, that's kind of like my small dream about it. And then as I started to stream and as I started to grow, and we kind of touched on this earlier, it was just like that I realized that like this was something more than just like a hobby and a way to fund a hobby and build and like just have a fun. And so realizing that back when I probably in like the end of 2018, when we hit like I think it was 1K followers on I want to say it was like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
I think it was New Year's Day that you hit the 1K follower. Yeah.
So New Year's Day we hit the 1K followers in 2018, and realizing that we had progressed so far that we could actually probably do something. And then I kind of fell into like a lull because like I was talking about that like little bit of a surge was nice, and then I fell into the trap of viewer numbers, and so I started doing customs because everyone's doing customs, and when people were doing customs, people were like, oh, like everyone's playing customs, like oh, I want to be in that stream, and so my viewer numbers spiked, and that was nice. But as you can see, like now I'm
when
not
you
doing
turned
customs
it
and
off,
we're not,
when you stop doing customs, this is what happens. Your viewer numbers just go. Whoop.
Remember tips on streaming? We're kind of getting there. We're dropping nuggets here and there, so just kind of keep an ear out. But you ordered a new mic today. Let's go, Hopsy.
Yeah, what mic did you get, Hopsy?
But yeah, so Cranky, like that one thing about like the playing games, like the playing with viewers will definitely add to your viewer count. But like that is something that people search up on the daily on Twitch.
Yeah.
But the thing is that not everyone that comes over because you're playing with viewers is going to stick around in your stream when you take that off. And so you can use that, I guess, as like a platform to, because I want to say it's like for every 10 people that click on your stream with like playing with viewers, you'll probably have like 1 or 2 that will stay.
2 at most.
When you don't have it on. So it's like if you want to use that and then maybe build up that percentage to the point, and then kind of peel back on it, you could. But the hard part is once, like for me at least, I realized that my content wasn't at the level that it should be at the viewer count that I was at. And so I don't know if you guys have been here recently, but if you look at the streams from like
A
2
month
months
ago?
a month or two ago,
Yeah.
to the streams today, the content is exponentially better. And when it comes to like interaction with the stream, like certain things triggering certain things in the stream, and it's just human nature. Like people like to have a schedule, regardless of if you like to have a schedule or not. Regardless of if you like, or maybe not a schedule. People like standardization. So it's like having certain standards and certain triggers for certain things. So for instance, when someone when someone, like if you go to any big streamers, or not big streamers, but like mid-tier streamers stream, if you sub to their channel, it triggers something. And then usually they have something like a saying or a line or a thing that pops up on the stream every single time that someone subs. And that is like almost when you watch a stream over and over and over again, you expect that to happen every single time. So when it doesn't happen, it's kind of like, wait, like
what happened?
Why isn't that happening?
Yeah.
And so people naturally like to have, when something like a trigger, when something happens, then it triggers something else. And so I'm trying to get that to get going. And if you guys have been here for a while, you know that when we get a sub, we go into the dance screen when we have, it might not be right at that moment, but there's going to be a dance because of the sub. And the same thing goes for, we did some stuff with the bits and stuff, but I realized that it was too frequent. And so that's another thing too. You don't want to have something that's like that happens too frequently, only because or like the big stuff too frequently, because then it becomes like it loses its value. And so we moved the taco thing to the channel points, and the channel point, that's why it's a little bit higher, is because it creates value in that reward. And so when you redeem it, like it took you a while to get to it, but it's like it doesn't happen every single stream. So when you redeem it, it's like, wow, like I was able to do that. And it creates a sense of like that was a good thing, and it created interaction with the stream. And it was valuable because not everyone can just drop 5,000 channel points to drop tacos from the sky, right?
That's right.
So it's creating moments like that in your content, and also figuring out what is like, I guess what I'm saying is the bigger stuff shouldn't happen less because it's more valuable, and the stuff that happens all the time, it's like followers. Like you don't want to have a crazy like video that plays every single time someone follows, because it diminishes the value of all that work that you put in to get that video going.
That's right.
But like for instance, for my stream, when someone follows, I say, hey, yo, thank you so much for the follow, appreciate the love and support, welcome to the J5 fam.
Yes.
And it's a quick line. But that happens every single time someone follows, and it's gonna happen every single time someone follows, to the point where the follow alerts are like, okay, I can't say this every single time because that's gonna be all the only thing I'm saying the entire stream. Or you know what I mean, like the bigger streamers don't have that, but they'll have like a pop-up happen. So like like Shroud, which is actually what inspired like the border overlay like alert.
That border overlay alert, there's a couple of people that have it that I've seen. And people have used overlays from other streamers and stuff like that. I wanted to ask you how you got that working. Like was it an OBS thing? Maybe somebody else in chat wants to do something else with it.
I can go over that. So I actually created a WebM file in After Effects, and then but I believe you can do the same thing in Resolve. DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve, yeah, you can
I'm
probably
not-
do the same thing in there. I have to
which is
look into it
free.
because I don't know how to
Yeah.
use it. But yeah, DaVinci Resolve is free, guys. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people that use DaVinci Resolve, care of Sam Woodhull.
Yep. And so, but I've created a webm file, and then I added that as the alert in Stream Elements when
Okay.
someone follows. So Stream Elements allows you to actually upload your files to their server and then use them in your alerts. So it can play like that video instead of something else.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So and then you can set it certain triggers. So if someone follows this video plays when someone shares bits, this video plays with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different things that happen. And I'm debating possibly adding some other stuff because of the plugin Liorn board, which
is pretty good. A little bit complex to use if you're not familiar with how the programming and stuff works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's something fun to get into.
Yep. It's definitely a very dedicated plugin.
Yeah.
Where you need to really understand how it works. But on the flip side, the amount of customization and the amount of things you can do with it is astronomical.
Yeah, it is astronomical. Yeah. And you were also talking about, how streamers use different things for different alerts. And you were talking about this a little bit ago, where we like how you invest your time and your Twitch earnings. Which segues into this question: what was the first thing you purchased when you got your first Twitch payout?
Half again. All right, sounds good. Xbox.
All right, Xbox. I think Xbox got a little bit upset that I told him I was 34. But see, Jeff is like 4 years younger than me. You guys don't know that. Jeff is like maybe 4 years and like 8 months younger than I am. But yeah, Hopsy, to tell you what games sometimes I play Fortnite, sometimes I'm a variety streamer. So I play Fortnite, I play Modern Warfare, I play Final Fantasy Online 14, I play Phantasy Star Online 2.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pee.
Of course, yeah, go for it, dude. I'll talk with your chat.
Your water background and just...
the water background, yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Yeah, so I play a lot of Sea of Thieves. I can download Sea of Thieves and play it, but it's not fun unless you have friends to play with, right? It's meant to be a friend game where you go across the seas and put up bounties and take lives of other sailors. You know what I mean? It's a good role-playing game too. First time I played Sea of Thieves, we took on these two people. Of course you can play with me when I do play it. You're gonna tune in when you get the chance? Okay, Hopsy. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. If I do download it, yeah, for sure. I mean, I do play other games as well. What games do you enjoy, Xbox game? And Hopsy, what other games do you enjoy? Maybe you guys should realize how long I've actually been on this platform. I've been on this platform for 9 years and almost now 9 years and 2 months and a month. Yeah, 9 years and a month. 9 years and a month in about an hour. So I've been on this platform that long. Okay, I've been following Jeff for 1 year and 7 months and 4 days.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
I just realized when I close the door, it probably triggers the mic because the pressure
The
difference.
boom? Yeah, the boom. Yeah, I heard the boom. You enjoy all games and stream COD though? Oh, okay. Fail one more month than me. Well, you know what, Xbox game, it doesn't matter how long you've been following the streamer. If you enjoy their content and like being around them, that is the important thing, believe it or not.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, yes, is saying hi.
Welcome back to the stream, bud. It's good to see you back in here. Okay, so question was, what was the first thing I purchased from your first Twitch payout?
From your first Twitch payout. This is something that some streamers get wrong, in my personal opinion, but other streamers get right. So what was the first thing you purchased?
The first thing I purchased was actually a set of emotes. And yeah, it was emotes. It was emotes because it wasn't or did we do sub badges too?
You purchased emotes and sub badges with your first payout.
I can't remember if I did it at the same time or if
It was
I
separate.
want to say I did.
It was
it
separate.
separate?
It was separate, yeah.
Okay. But we did emotes, and those were the ones that had like my little like animated self on them.
Mm-hmm.
And like at the time I was like, oh yeah, these are nice. And then as I started to grow, I was like, I kind of grew, like I didn't, they kind of were like I don't know if I like them as much now. But the first thing I bought was emotes for the chat. With
Okay.
my first Twitch payout.
Now
Yeah.
your second thing.
The second thing was, I mean, I guess if you group the sub badges and I want to say it was like something hardware. I don't know if it was. I want to say it was probably the stream deck. I think.
Yep, it was a stream deck. I was hoping you'd remember what was the actual thing that you purchased, and yeah, it was the stream deck.
Was it the stream deck?
It was a stream deck.
I thought it was emotes. I don't know.
You purchased the emotes, but those emotes you purchased before your payout.
Oh, okay. So my brain
Before your
okay.
payout, yeah, you purchased
So we
your
already
stream
had the
deck.
emotes.
You
We
already had
had
the emotes, yeah, and then you purchased your stream deck because you commissioned that person from Fiverr, and then Proto did the same thing at the same time you did. I remember that, dude.
Oh, okay.
My memory.
Run like mad. Let's go, dude.
That's
I'm gonna have to
awesome.
get from you pretty
You bought a
soon.
new controller plus a face
Not
cam?
already.
Nice, Wazy. What face cam and controller did you buy? You can do nothing with J-Bucks. Not yet,
Right now.
anyway.
Yes.
Right now, yeah.
What's up, Set?
Yo.
Set 2008. Welcome to stream, buddy. Good to see you back in here. What graphics card do you have? I have right now I'm running a 2070.
Super? Or just a 2070?
No, just a base 2070.
Wow.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
But I wanna. I mean,
What's up? So here's what I think. In my personal opinion, the right thing to buy with your first Twitch payout is something visual for your stream, whether it be lights, whether it be a new camera, whether it be saving it for your other payouts. So always think 4 or 5 months down the line, am I gonna have these? Let's say, for example, your first payout was $100. Am I gonna have this $100 3 months down the line?
mhm.
Am I gonna have this $400 down the line? Right? So think about improving your stream's quality over your aesthetics, if that makes any sense. There's Tone.
Yeah, hanging out in there with me today.
Oh,
My dog.
He's
I don't know if you guys see
awesome. I saw him walk by. I'm like, there's Tone.
Come here. Come here. I don't know if you guys can see his head. It's a ginormous head.
I see his head. He's so awesome.
They're there.
He's so
I guess it's
adorable.
not. Oh, wait.
He's dark.
Ah, there he is.
He's so wonderful. He's so chill.
He is. He's super chill. He'll just lie down and fall asleep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You trying to build your computer? Okay. Let me know if you need any help. A PC part picker was a huge tool for me.
Gone from struggling with 3, now getting 11 to 12, 20 easy, streams for 5 months. Nice. Yep. Applause for that. Just got a new PS4 controller because mine was cracked at the drift. And just a PS face cam because I stream off PlayStation right now. Good job. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
Does PlayStation not work with like a regular USB webcam?
Oh, it does work with a USB webcam.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know like they added that for the Xbox where you could use like a C920 or just Xbox. Did you guys do a Fortnite fashion show in Korea?
That was hectic when we did.
Fortnite in a long time,
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Or at least not creative or customs.
I think GS hasn't been here for a long time. Gamble, Share,
Yeah, the share.
those, they don't work anymore.
We don't work. That doesn't work anymore only because we don't use that platform that had the ability to share files on stream.
Yeah. And you could share like the most, or you had it on acceptance, didn't you? Yeah, it had to be accepted by you
Yeah, it had to
before?
be accepted.
Yeah. Okay, good. But yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can purchase like, okay, that was perfect. Like Wazy told us like the perfect stuff. A new controller, right? Because you had drifts on your, when you have drift on a controller, if you guys didn't know, drift on your controller is bad. It's like your mouse moving on its own, basically, to one
like, So
side.
you're standing still.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That's stick drift right there. Is there a Molten Renegade Raider in the item shop? There's a Molten Renegade Raider. I feel like they're just gonna like instead of releasing the actual Renegade Raider, they're just gonna release variants of it. So people.
Well,
can
yeah,
have
they're
Renegade Raider.
gonna they've already released Renegade Raider variants over the years, like over the course of the seasons.
How can you sling your avatar really hard? I think you just type in sling with the percentage. I don't know what the amount is, but
hold on, here, let me try this.
I can actually like fling you guys off the map if I wanted
Yeah,
to.
you can fling 75%.
Oh, it's not that bad. But I mean, you can't do this though.
Yeah, it's, yeah. There goes Titan. Oh, jeez. All right, you're ready for the next question. Okay. Right now, looking back, would you change things you've done or do things differently?
Yes. So I mean, I think we kind of touched on this in like multiple segments, but we can like bring it all together.
Yeah.
I would definitely invest more time into growing on other platforms before or not like necessarily like not thinking about Twitch altogether. But before I started streaming, probably like jumping into a few streams, like it's called networking, but I don't like to call it networking because networking makes it seem like, I mean, I've called it networking in the past, but
yeah, but it's not networking. It's just getting associated with other streamers, making connections,
like building relationships. With
yes,
people.
It's no longer called
better
networking. That's it. That word is taboo. It's not called networking.
Yeah.
Due to a few like dozen people that like dozen big streamers and little streamers that have noticed, it's not really networking. Networking is social media networking, like growing on like networking people together via social networking. This is called making connections, making friends. Yeah, establishing relationships. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because the thing is, like, if you think about it too, right? If you know that your friend streams you're going to be more likely to click on your friend's stream when they're live
Yes.
versus some random person stream,
Yes.
because there's a relationship that's already built into place. So the thing is when you make friends on Twitch and you build relationships on Twitch, and not like just to get something out of the person, that's not a friendship, that's not a relationship.
No.
To genuinely like get to know them, to genuinely like have conversation and enjoy each other's company. Like when you first go live, you'll have like probably more people in your chat than the average person that just hits a go live button and doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
The next thing would be to grow on a separate platform, preferably YouTube for me, just because YouTube is what I found is like the easiest to grow on. I've been on Instagram for a while, Twitch for a while, but the amount of work that has been put into YouTube for the amount of followers that I got and the amount of time that I got them has been exponentially better than the other two platforms combined.
Yeah.
And so I know I've been slacking on YouTube, honestly.
You don't have anything on YouTube, but go follow him at www.youtube.tv/c/J5MMG. Go now.
I do. What do you mean? I have a bunch of videos on YouTube. Just I haven't posted in a while.
You haven't posted in a long time.
There's a video where I eat a giant water bug. If you guys look that up.
Wicked. I mean, I saw that video. I was like, hell yeah.
Like an actual bug, chat. I ate a bug.
He actually ate a bug.
Crazy. But like growing, it's just like what?
yeah. Go check it out.
Look up Blaze Fortnite skin. Is that like the new one? Blaze Fortnite. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. That was in the opening scene, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh no, season 4. No, chapter 2, season 3's cutscene.
Oh, that cutscene. Yeah. It was in the cutscene
there.
Yeah.
But like growing on YouTube would definitely help boost everything else, because it's a lot easier to convince people that are already part of a community somewhere with you to check something else out versus a random person that has no idea what you're about or who you are or no prior relation. So definitely putting my time and investing time, not so much into streaming, like maybe instead of, because I used to stream like 4 or 5 days a week for like 6 to 12 hours a stream. Like I would just sit there and just stream. Versus like I could have streamed like 3 to 4 days a week, maybe like 2 to 3 hours a stream, and then use the other 6 to 10 hours of the day to work on content on YouTube. And that would allow me to have content that's up 24/7.
Yeah.
Like accessible to everyone with an algorithm that drives people to those videos.
Yeah.
And so it's literally growing your stream without you having to be live, because when you're not live on Twitch, you're not growing.
You need to be growing somehow in another aspect. And that's why when you suggested, so guys, if you don't know, J5 was the one that suggested I start the guiding you to a better stream thing. He didn't know, but he started the inception of that idea, so I thank him for that. And then he shouted me out in his Discord, which, believe it or not, guys, I don't like growing off the back of another streamer, but J5 and I have been friends for so long. It's like if one or two of his followers come over, I'm not gonna feel guilty. But if like 1,000 people start coming over, I'm gonna feel really, really guilty.
That just means that I need to step my game up. That's all it is. We're gonna get that gosh that. Okay, so just disclaimer, chat. I've never watched Tiger King, so I don't understand this whole Carol Baskins thing. Like, I don't get it. at all. Like apparently she's like a really bad person, but that's about the gist of what I know. And like everyone's like Carol Baskins.
Yeah,
like, and I'm
watch
like,
it off of stream because it's not stream appropriate.
Just to let you know, if you guys start dropping like memes about Carol Baskins, I am gonna be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know.
What's next COD stream? We're probably jumping into some COD after this. After we talk about
yeah, we'll probably jump into some COD. Maybe let you guys play, and I'll just sink into my own corner. But no,
edit your YouTube video.
Maybe edit my YouTube video or edit a podcast, like upload this podcast. But yeah, now which segues into, you see how people kept popping in and talking about how they're streaming and stuff like that. That segues into, how do you feel about people who pop in your stream and just start advertising?
That's a really good question, and it's a very touchy subject for a lot of people. I'm not sure how other people handle it. I mean, I haven't seen it enough to say for sure that everyone just insta bans, but for me, I like to use it as a teaching point, because most of the time when people pop into their stream or pop into someone's stream and then like, oh, I stream too, like here's my link, a lot of times it's not malicious. It's not, they're not doing it with the intent of stealing viewers. It's a lot of times it's like new people that just started streaming, don't know common Twitch courtesy, and just need to be taught that, like, hey, just let you know, like, that's not okay. Like, people kind of look down upon that, so don't do that in the future, you know. And I'll usually just delete the message and then like let them know. And usually like 99% of the time they're like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize, you know. And like I'm like, it's cool, it's fine, like there's no harm, no foul kind of thing. But there are occasions where they continue to do it, and then that's when it's like, okay, now you're just, you know, I've already told you that it's not something that you can do, and it's something that is not like courteous to like the streamer that's streaming. And so at that point, then they'll be timed out, and then if they do it again, then it's a ban. It's a ban.
And Waze, you just brought up a question right there. How do you feel about someone like a normal viewer or someone you know saying, okay, have a good stream, I'm gonna go stream now, or something along those lines? Now, I think we can both answer this question, but J5 is gonna probably explain it a little bit better than I would. So go ahead, Jeff.
Okay. Jackins. Hola. I don't, just a heads up, I know like very little Spanish, so if you drop a whole sentence in Spanish, I'm not gonna understand what you're saying. But Wazy, that's a really good question. That is an excellent question. And honestly, I don't think it's a huge deal, because like, I don't know the analytics behind it, but I just from like personal experience, like I won't necessarily like click on, like, if I'm in someone else's chat and someone like says that, I'm not going to go click on their profile and then go to their profile and then watch their stream. Like, that's just me.
Yeah.
I think though, like, if they are trying to kind of like hint at the fact that they do stream, the best way to do it is to be like, oh, like, I really like that overlay, like, how did you do it, or like, how did you create that, or who did you go through, or like dropping like hints that only streamers would know.
Yeah, is better.
Yeah, but not necessarily like promoting themselves. So
yeah.
Or be like, wow, your quality is really good, like, what bitrate do you use?
Yeah.
And like instantly, like, another streamer that streams it, or like the streamer obviously is gonna, their ears are gonna perk up, be like, oh, this guy knows about bitrate, like, they probably stream.
They might stream, or they might be fishing for stream. Yeah,
exactly. And so like the thing is, like, you always want to set it up where, yo, Crystal,
hey, Crystal, 14 months.
Thank you for the 14 months, Crystal. We don't have the dance cam up yet, but I promise we're gonna dance after this the podcast, and we're back to having the source that I had to disable for this segment, so we can have Discord up.
He's making me feel bad still.
No. But I promise we're gonna dance. It's because I want to make sure that people know that, like, how I was talking about, like the trigger thing. You know, when a sub triggers a dance, that because we're not doing it right now, it's gonna happen later, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I think to go back to the question about the, like, talking about, like, I'm gonna go stream now. It's not like as looked down upon as like just dropping your link and being like, yo, check out my stream.
Yeah, that is an insta ban.
Yeah, some people though might take that as like, oh, you're just like skirting the rule to self-promote.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't take it that way, but some streamers do. So I would just be careful about using that in people's streams.
Yeah.
The best way is just to be like, hey, like, what, your quality is like really, really good. Like, what bitrate do you use, or what encoder do you use? And that way it gets them to talk about their stream, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I use this bitrate and this encoder, you know, because of this. It's like, wait, like, we're talking about this, like, do you stream too?
Then have the streamer. Yeah.
When the streamer asks the question, like, do you stream too, then it's like it opens the door to you be like, oh yeah, I stream, like, I play these games.
Yeah. Well, even then, like, personally, when I'm about to go stream, if you guys probably have seen it in Jeff's stream at times, I will literally say, yo, Jeff, I'm out for a little while, I'll catch you next time. Jeff knows that, oh yeah, Titan's gonna go stream now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not like, or I'll be in somebody else's stream and they'll be like, oh yeah, Titan, you're leaving? I'm like, yeah, I'm heading out now, I'll check you next time. I don't even, there are so many people that are surprised when I tell them, yeah, I do stream. They're like, oh, you never mention anything. I'm like, yeah, I don't advertise in people's channels. I don't like it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, everyone has their own kind of, like, because it's not really I mean, the only hard line is like dropping your link in someone's chat.
Yeah, that
but, like,
is,
everything outside of that is like very gray. Like,
Yeah,
some streamers like absolutely despise it. Other streamers are like, that's awesome. Like, and some streamers like promote dropping links in the chat.
Yeah. Ashley.
Ashley Christ is one that promotes like dropping links in their chat. And like, I'm not like super against it. I think the only thing that I don't want is because like, my, not necessarily my viewer base, but the brand of my stream is very family friendly. I can't afford to drop or have someone drop a link in my chat and then it takes them to a stream where every other word is like
Morse code.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
like
literally Morse code. Yeah,
it wouldn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like, allowing viewers to drop links in chat is a very, very, very
gray area.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like it because there's a lot of things that people can do that can harm other viewers, that can harm you as a streamer by allowing just anyone to drop a link in chat.
Yep.
I mean, they could link to anything.
Yep.
Anything. And that is not something that I want to deal with, so I just disable links in chat.
Yep. And that's why you got mods to check those things out.
Yeah.
Right. And you got a mod that's always here. TitanRune.
That's true.
That
he's not lying.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
That always is like, okay, yeah, you want to post a link, just send me a DM or send me a whisper, or, you know, I'll like approach the person and be like, hey, you want to send a link, send it to me first and I'll check it out and then I'll post it for you. Because, you know, we do have to, as mods in a streamer's channel, we do have to look at the links and make sure that it's safe for the streamer. Like, so when I'm in Jeff's channel, I'm not a streamer. I'm a mod or a viewer. Okay. Sometimes I don't even mod. Sometimes I'll just sit back in my chair and fall asleep, you know, because I'm just relaxed. I know that. Yeah. Like
this is Titan. He's like sitting there like sleeping, but he's still modding while he's sleeping.
No, Jeff would think I'd fallen asleep, and all of a sudden I delete people's like words. So just like spamming dumb stuff, and I'm literally like delete, delete, delete. Like, you're still there, Titan? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Do you think that they're bots? Some of the people that come in and drop a link.
Surprisingly, okay. So I was gonna say I've never had an issue with bots, but this past week we had like 20 bots.
They're back and
to the
forth.
stream.
Yeah, they're back and forth.
And like just start saying these random things. And I was like, what? I was so confused. And then like we're playing. What were we playing? We're playing wait, it says I was just on Snap and I have gray hair. I'm 16. It's over. I'm old. No, honestly, the gray hair thing, it's not necessarily an old age thing. It's a genetic thing.
Yeah, I've had gray hair since I was 12. So yeah.
Like, my wife is the same way.
You're not supposed
when we
to
were
tell
dating.
people that she has gray hair.
No, but it's genetic.
It
You
is
know, it's
genetic,
not,
yeah.
It's not anything to do with her being old. I mean, she's younger than I am, so if
Yeah.
she's old, then that makes me even older.
Mhm.
It's like genetics and sometimes stress. Yeah, sometimes stress can cause that too. Yes. Oh god, nah. They just get Mjolnir, the banhammer.
Yep, they just get Mjolnir. That's right. I love Mjolnir.
For the bots thing, like I've never had like a bot just come in and like drop a link, partially because my automod catches links, so it doesn't allow it to get posted. But I had that one experience with like bots like just typing random stuff in chat, and it was like somewhat disruptive, like not like super disruptive, but disruptive in the sense that I wasn't able to read the actual like viewers chat messages, and so I had to go into like sub only mode and then like ban all like the bots that were talking and like saying like random things, and then go back, and then it kind of like calmed down a little bit. But it was a very interesting experience. Like if you didn't know what to think, or if you didn't know what was happening, you would be thrown for a loop for sure. Like I was like, I think these are bots, but I don't want to just like outright ban someone that could just be like, you know, typing some random stuff. But it was definitely bots.
Yeah. Now, do you think, now we were talking about games and playing games and all that, do you think that the game determines your success on a streaming platform in general? I'm talking about any streaming platform.
I don't think the game necessarily determines your success, because you could stream a game that has like, you know, that has all the parameters that are good for success and still not have any traction. I think the games, like the game that you play, definitely play into the amount of time it's going to take for you to have quote unquote success. But it also depends on what your success is, right? If your success is just have fun with a few of your friends and play online and stream, then
you've achieved success. Yeah.
Any game you'll achieve that. But if your definition of success is to go out, become as big as Ninja and Nick Mercs and you know, all those like A-list streamers that are like almost household names at this point, then you're definitely gonna have to look at games that aren't oversaturated, that are gonna allow your channel to grow, get visibility, and then migrate over to a different game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that not playing or playing a saturated game is gonna not guarantee you success.
Yeah.
One of the streamers that I follow and who started streaming almost around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier than I have.
Yeah.
Bonsai Bros. They streamed Fortnite and Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like strictly, and they're definitely.
But you're dealing with two people.
Yo, what's up, Trev? Yeah, that's true too. Like they can be live for 16 hours a day, every single day.
16, so even 24, if they want to do 12 and 12.
Yeah, so that definitely helped them too. But it just goes to show that like the the game doesn't necessarily dictate, like, because if you were to go to any like statistics wise, Call of Duty and Fortnite are the two of the top 10 worst games to grow as a streamer because they're so saturated. Like the first 2 rows you should avoid if you're
avoid first 2 rows. Yes, definitely. Definitely avoid the first 2 rows.
But I mean, it's not that it can't be done. Like you can definitely do it. Like their personality is like insane, over the top, super crazy hype, like good vibes. But at this, but also just like they're really good too. And so like it just depends on the factors that you have. But I don't think the game in itself determines success.
Yeah. So Mosh says hi.
Yo, what's up, Mosh? Trev, what's different? What's good? Yeah, we're going over some stream tips, and then we'll be jumping into some COD after.
Yeah, we're in a podcast mode, so yeah, this is different. But Trev, do you think this is different good or different bad?
If you look at Modern Warfare viewers, like 8% of the viewers go to the top 4 people in that category, and then there's a huge drop off.
That's right.
So that's another thing is like you want to look at the distribution of viewers per streamer in the category. So like if the category has like 10,000 viewers and the number one guy has 90,000 or 9,000 viewers,
then there's 1,000 viewers that are floating around that may or may not come to you. But then you see the first 4 people, the first guy has 9,000, the other guy has 500, and the other person has 400. You got 100 people to play with. But as well, Silverwolf in my stream was saying, also have a lot of games where you can have variety.
So right? I guess that brings up the point of like streaming one game all the time versus variety streaming.
Yeah. I'm a variety streamer.
Like, so variety is, from my experience, is harder to grow on, but the difference is the growth process will take longer, but your viewership will be more loyal.
Yes.
Because the viewers are there for you and not for the game. Versus if you play one game all the time, and perfect example is like, I played Fortnite all the time, switched to Call of Duty, and like a lot of people left because they just want to play Fortnite. And it's nothing, I mean, like, I don't take it personally. It's just that, I'm no longer providing the content that they want to watch. And so that's the difference between streaming just one game all the time and then a variety of games.
That's right. So
different, weird, all good, Trev.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play COD later? Yes, Crystal. We're gonna jump into some COD in a little bit.
How do you think streaming services are helping starting or aspiring streamers? Like how are they helping them grow? Because I see that Twitch, if you've seen Twitch's main screen, it actually puts small communities there. They have a category for small communities.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. They do. Mosh is saying variety streaming is harder to grow, fact, but there are a lot of loyal people that stay for the viewer. And personally, I prefer variety streamers. There's a lot of people that are preferring variety streamers more than streamers that just stream one game and one game alone. Yo, Viper! No, that's not even funny, dude. That's not even funny.
Wait, do you really have it? If you don't have it, don't joke about it,
and I'll delete your message. You're not joking? Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, dude. That's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
Well, hope you feel better, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just stay hydrated.
Inside, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you see that, Jeff? If you go to the main site?
I don't know if I have that. I just say like the categories I have are like popular live channels, popular categories.
So if you go
like
into Discover, you have categories we think you'll like. While J5MMG is offline, all aboard the hype train. Look who else is at home. Yeah, under Discover. If you keep scrolling down, recommended smaller communities. recommended Call of Duty Modern Warfare channel, so it looks at
I
the
just,
games
I just
that you
have
play.
clips we think you'll like. I don't have the small communities.
No?
Yeah.
If you keep scrolling down?
Yeah. It stops at clips we think you'll like.
Oh. I see Summit as well streaming. I see a couple of other people. But yeah, like I don't know why you don't see stuff like that. Recommended just chatting clips I think you'll like. They're like above those. It might be that you don't have that set up. I'm not sure. I don't.
It could be.
Yeah.
Variety streaming is hard to grow, but once you make it from variety streaming, I feel like then you're set. Yeah. The only thing is like it's gonna be a while. That's the only thing. It's the growth is exponentially slower, but the loyalty is exponentially greater. So
greater,
it's like,
yes.
It's like you have like a two different curves. Like one's like loyalty to game, and it's like I can't even think about it right now. But basically, it's like opposite. They're inverses of each other.
Yeah. Yeah. One goes down, the other one goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm getting better though. That's good to hear, Viper.
No, Trev.
Well, so the thing is like there's not any official statement out. So
Yeah, we can't say
can't really
anything.
form an opinion.
Exactly.
I mean, if anything, the only thing that we know now or right now is that Twitch hasn't told him why he got banned officially from his tweet today. So that's like the only thing besides that he got perma banned. So there's not really a lot of opinion. I don't want to assume anything, and I don't want to cast any prejudgment on what may or may not have happened. But that's probably like the most we can say about it right now.
But yeah, going back to my follow up, anything streaming services are helping starting or aspiring streamers in terms of algorithms and stuff. And I'm talking about streaming services that includes YouTube, DLive, Twitch, no longer Mixer, but you can talk about Mixer if you want. Like, how are they helping smaller streamers grow?
Honestly, I don't think that they are, but not in the sense of like they're just discarding smaller streamers, in the sense of that it's not their responsibility to help a streamer grow. I think they give you a platform to grow on. They give you the tools that, or not the tools, but they give you like like the dashboard, the analytics. They show you, they give you access to things that you can look at to help you grow, but they're not gonna do the work for you. I feel like to grow as a smaller streamer and to grow as a streamer in general, you have to take what they give you and then utilize the tools. It's kind of like Twitch is like a hammer and a nail and wood, but like the hammer, nail, and wood isn't gonna build a house. Like they're not gonna build a house on their own.
They're not gonna. Yeah.
You have to utilize those tools to build a house. And so, like, as much as we want to say, like, please give us this so that we can grow, the people that, more than likely than not, the people that are like kind of like asking for easier tools to use aren't necessarily going to use the tools once the tools are released, because they're not using the ones that are or I guess no, I'd take that back, because that's not everybody. That's kind of a blanket statement. But the people that are asking for not like better tools to use, because if they're using better tools or they're asking for better tools, I mean they understand how the current tool works.
Yeah.
But if they're asking for like, you guys need to change your algorithm, or you guys need to do this, or it's like, well, it's not their responsibility to make your growth easier. Like, you're on a certain platform, you need to learn how the platform works and then use that platform to grow yourself.
That's perfectly right. Like, not many people get that. People think that a streaming platform is supposed to help them grow, like they're supposed to be doing all the heavy lifting, but it doesn't work that way, because the streaming platform is just there for you to stream on, and
Mhm.
you need to ensure that your growth works,
Mhm.
right? Because if your
Yeah.
growth works on that streaming platform, then you can grow on the other and the other and the other and the
Mhm.
other.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's actually, yep. Just like because it's not necessarily it's a very basic set of steps, like learn how the platform works,
Yep.
learn what tools are at your disposal, learn how the algorithm works, and then generate content to use the algorithm to drive people to your channel.
Yep.
It's a very simple, like in a nutshell, that's what you need to do on every single platform. And it's like, and it's not even like just like streaming platforms, but even like social media, you cannot take the same post or video on that you post to Instagram and then post it to Twitter and expect the same amount of engagement.
Yeah, you can.
Because
Yeah.
The audience is different, the way that certain things happen are different. So for instance, like Instagram, for example, if you post a video, you can choose throughout that video what the cover of that video is going to be when people see it on their timeline when they're scrolling. On Twitter, it doesn't give you that option. It shows the first frame of the video. So you necessarily, like, when you make your videos, you have to create them with a pre-made thumbnail, so to speak, for Twitter, and then upload that to Twitter and Instagram, and then you can play the clip as is on Twitter, because it's like that first segment is almost like your thumbnail. But on Instagram, you have to cut that segment out and then choose the actual segment as your cover.
Yeah, it's like you can post from TikTok to Instagram, but you can't do it the other way around.
I haven't actually posted to TikTok
I have.
yet or ever, so I can't speak on TikTok, but
But yeah,
that thing is like a black hole of like time sucking. Like,
it is.
like I the first day or second day I used it, I sat in bed for like 3 hours just
Yeah,
going through videos.
just going through it.
TikTok helps out with
It does.
Twitch tremendously. I'll have to probably like look into it then, but I haven't posted on it yet. I'm very like, I know what all the songs are, but I'm just like trying to figure out how to post content to it. I know people are just posting like video clips though, right, of them on TikTok.
I actually, I just posted, like, I just bring up my phone and go, hey, I'm live on Twitch, come check me out. Boom. And I get like 4 or 5 people come up, but I had like 450 views on the first day.
Oh, let's go.
It was just like boom.
I gotta talk with you and Viper then. You guys know the ins and outs.
Yeah, like a part series. Yeah.
We can't show any videos of him. Well, I don't think we have any opinion on him though, Trev, because there's no official statement released. There's nothing to analyze. There's nothing to look at. I mean, you can like speculate, but I don't want to speculate and then like, data comes out later, or like, the story breaks later and then my foot's in my mouth. It just doesn't do the community any good to just jump on a bandwagon.
Basically, yeah.
Other Twitch clips or do like those part series. I hate those with a passion. You're talking about like the part 1, part 2 things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, those, like I love watching them, but at the same time I hate them.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
you have to wait.
You're gonna make me go to your channel or your page
again and again and again
for the video, for the part 2 video, and then now I'm looking at all your other videos. I'm like, this is so genius, but at the same time, it's so much legwork for me. But I'm doing it because, oh my god, it was that.
But it's a black hole.
It's a love-hate relationship with those things.
Yeah.
Those get a ton of views, right? Because it's like a cliffhanger. They cut it at the right before something good or bad is supposed to happen.
Yeah. They leave you a cliffhanger.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what happens next? That's what it is.
Yep.
It's like the to be continued
meme. What would you say to people starting to stream or still streaming? Like, what tips would you give them after you being streaming for like almost 2 years now?
What tips would I give to new streamers? So the first tip I would give would be to not go out and just spend money on everything under the sun, so that you can have the nicest mic or nicest camera or nicest computer or nicest game or nicest controller or nicest mouse or keyboard. Because streaming is going to be fun for the first few days, weeks, maybe months. But there are going to be hard times, and if you don't want to continue streaming after those hard times, you need to like if you invested all that money, all that's going to go to waste because you can't use it for anything else.
Basically, yep.
You got the Shure SS7V. Just realized that. Yeah, I picked it up. I got it in this past Thursday. It takes about 20 minutes an hour to get on the front page.
No, for your page.
For your page.
Yeah, FYP is for your page.
Shows how much I know about TikTok. Pyro is going on. Oh my god, it's a Pyro. The Pyro, what's going on, bud? How's your day going? So I like that would be one. Like, don't spend all your money on everything under the sun to try to make your stream better, because as a streamer, a growing streamer, the number one thing you need to learn how to do is create content and not rely on like, you know, having the best looking stream, because you can have the cleanest looking stream designed by the most expensive graphic designer that you can buy, and you have the best package, better than like Ninja and you know, Nick Merckx and Dr. Lupo and Pokey and all those, like, you know, Summit. But the thing is, like, if your content isn't up to par with that, like, people are gonna stick around. Like, they don't stick around for your overlays, they don't stick around for how your stream looks, they stick around for either your gameplay or your personality as a streamer. Yeah. And so if you're not working on those two things, then growing is gonna be very hard. I mean, there's like, because you're either have to be super personable or extremely good at a game to not have to do anything to improve. For Twitch and YouTube, it takes one good stream or video for you to usually grow. Yeah, so like one thing that I really like about YouTube is that if you hit it off with the algorithm, as long as you stay on the wave, you're good. But you have to stay on the wave. Yep. You can't just like be like, oh, I had one good video, I'm good, I'm set. Because if you don't stay riding that wave, like you're gonna get left behind, and you have to wait for the next wave to come through to keep moving forward.
That's right. That's right.
I messaged you on Crystal messaged you on Discord asking if you could help her with Shatter Throne.
Not me. Pyro.
Oh, messaged you on Titan's Discord.
Yeah.
Right. What's with the Discord? What do you mean, what's with the Discord? You should be able to see it, right? Are you not able to see it anymore? Is my Discord messed up?
I don't know.
It's a mess. Well, I can't check it right now.
I mean, we can't check it, yeah, because we're using it, yeah.
I hate when people have one video and then they grind that one topic. It gets repetitive. I mean, if they're grinding that one topic but doing different subtopics within that topic, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
But if it's like top 5 guns in Fortnite,
and then top 5 guns in Fortnite, top 5 guns in Fortnite, top 5 guns in Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then
or top 5 shotguns in Fortnite. Yeah. Top 5.
Or like, top 5 building tips, and then they keep going on the top 5 building tips, like 4 videos on the same top 5 building tip. Yeah, the joke's on you though. It doesn't scare me.
Yeah, so Wazy, that's a perfect example of like opportunity presenting itself and then not being able to answer the call And it's not necessarily like, I'm not saying your friend's a bad streamer. I'm just saying that when Tfue dropped off his community, like it's gonna happen where people are gonna stay. Some people are gonna stay, some people are gonna leave, some people are gonna stick around for a few days. But if you don't have anything in place to retain those viewers, you don't have anything that is gonna appeal to those viewers, they're not gonna stay. And it's nothing against like your friend. It's not that he's a bad streamer. It's just that the audience that was given to him doesn't work with, I guess, the way that he streams.
Yeah. I mean, everybody is typically oriented towards one person or the other. Like, people who watch Jeff are not necessarily going to come to me. And people who are going to come to me are not necessarily going to go to Jeff. Right? There might be that small percentage. But yes, consistency is a key factor for streaming.
Yeah.
And if you are consistent, then people will come and all that. Like me, I took like 3 or 4 days off, but people know that I'm gonna stream because streaming is now my life. So yeah.
I would say though, like I would caution everyone to not confuse or not mix up consistency with duration.
Yeah, with duration. Consistency is
Like,
basically having streaming on the same day. So if you say you're streaming on Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday of every week, stream those days. It doesn't matter what time you stream, but stream those days.
Well, I would also take it down to like when your starting time is.
Yeah, starting time is because I only have a starting time. I don't have an end time.
Oh yeah, so like starting time for sure. Any time is like up to you. But if you look at like scheduled TV shows, the reason why so many people tune in is because they know like, oh, on Wednesday night at this time, like the Masked Singer is going to be playing.
Yeah,
you
for an hour
so,
at
like,
least.
Yeah, and they look forward to Wednesday as like the day that they're going to see the new episode of Masked Singer.
Yeah.
And so the streams are the same way. Your community is going to treat the streams the same way. It's like, oh, it's Tuesday, like, oh, Jeff's streaming tonight, so it's Tuesday. But if like I were to stream on Tuesday and then next week I would stream on Wednesday, like if Tuesday would come around and be like, wait, is there no stream tonight? And then like the following and then the following week I stream on Wednesday, like, oh, okay, it's Wednesday. And then the following week I stream on Tuesday, and like, wait, I thought it was gonna be on Wednesday. Like it just kind of throws everybody off.
Trev, it's safe with Twitch because Twitch is a business.
I was looking at steps to sign up for it, and it's because he's always sketch bugging. Yeah. So they need your SSN because you have to log your Twitch income as earned income.
As
for your
earning
taxes.
income, yeah, because it is a business.
So your streaming is over. Well, the thing is, Trev, is like any platform where you can earn royalties or payouts from that platform, you're gonna have to give them your social, because they track their tax information that way, because they're required by the government to give whatever you earn.
Yeah, to report it
for record. They have to report what you earn, and that's how they match up what you're paying in taxes to their records. And like, okay, so Trev earned like $1,000 like this year, or $10,000 this year, and then the tax in the US is the IRS will look at it and be like, okay, Twitch is reporting that Trev earned $1,000 or $10,000. Trevor's reporting that he earned $10,000. Okay, that matches up. We're good. But like if it they would report 10,000, you report 5,000, then they throw a red flag in their system, and then they come in and investigate like, why are you only
reporting this much? Yeah.
But Twitch is saying that you're in 10.
Yeah. Well,
so that's the reason why like that number is how they find you in their system and how they match you with what you report in.
I'm Canadian as well. There is an option that gives you where you can tick off that you don't have a US number, and you have to put in your SIN number. Because I put in my SIN
Goober says
number.
you kind of look like one of the hosts on The Masked Singer. Oh, Ken Jong. Did you die? Your streaming goal is gone. I wouldn't necessarily say that, Trev, because there's other ways that you can there's other ways that you can grow your channel without being affiliated. Like you just won't be able to get you won't be able to monetize your Twitch channel, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can't grow your channel.
Yeah.
Get a drink beer back. Alright, sounds good, Viper. We're gonna drawing for Chester on my better drawing app, so expect that soon. Chester approves.
Yeah, his head's back on.
Thanks, Crystal. Your dad doesn't trust any of that stuff. I mean, Trevor, I guess you could show him like a story about Ninja or something, you know.
Yeah. Or give him facts. Like look up on Google and give him facts.
Yeah. What is the best way to make money for a PC at 14? Honestly, do whatever I mean, if you need to go wash cars, if you need to go mow a lawn, like it's whatever you want to do. Like the best way is to take action and do something. Because the thing is, like, I think at 14, at least in the US, I don't think you can even work yet at 14.
Oh, you can, actually.
Can you?
Yeah.
I thought it was 15.
No, I think they can work at 14 with parental permission or whatever.
Okay.
But even at 15,
if you can work, then I mean work. But I honestly would much rather do things like asking your neighbors if they need like their lawn mowed, or if you can wash their car or something, you know, because it builds relationships with your neighbors for one, and then like you never know, like maybe you'll make some friends with, like, you know, the kids on the block or something, and then they can tune into your streams or something, you know. Everything's an opportunity to open up that avenue.
Yeah, in Ontario it is 14.
He's the one who doesn't trust anything on giving info through internet. I got an ad. Oh, rip. My mom didn't trust it until I got the first payout, to be honest. Yeah, so like that's the thing, right? Is like they need that in order to get the payout done. So
yeah,
that's the hard part. But at the same time, like, does he know what Amazon is? Like, Trev? Like Amazon.com? Because
yeah,
Twitch is owned by Amazon.
Yeah.
So if you trust Amazon, then you should trust Twitch.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Let's go, dude.
That's the easiest thing to show him, is just show him Amazon and say, hey, listen, Twitch is owned by Amazon. Amazon is a company that has been running for over 25 years.
Yeah. Was that the last question?
Yeah, we're actually officially done.
Let's go.
That was
awesome.
That was a good
Awesome.
2 hour and 20 minutes
awesome.
podcast.
You know what I learned from this?
What did you learn, buddy?
That I've learned a lot streaming over the past 2 years.
What?
Is that I can talk forever.
We can both talk forever, dude. I mean, you and I are like the best team.
We're like peas and carrots.
We're like peas and carrots, or peanut butter and jam.
Do you like tacos? What's up, taco? I do like tacos. Tacos are delicious.
It's his connection. If you come over to my stream, you can, yeah, on your stream. My mic keeps cutting out.
Really?
On my stream it doesn't.
Oh, I see. You said and then it cut out and said it doesn't. That's weird. Maybe it's the no. Oh well. Oh, it might be Discord. Maybe.
It might be Discord.
Yeah, it could be Discord. Dad, someone do it. Oh, it's
I
okay.
think I'm trying to promote my.
Don't look
Twitch.
at it as a end to your dream, because The thing is, like, you can still stream, get super big without being affiliated, and then get sponsorships.
Yeah.
Like, don't give up just because one avenue closes.
That's something else I wanted to actually point out, guys. Do not start streaming for money or for sponsorships. You can get blacklisted. Companies will blacklist you.
Yeah.
If
don't reach out to them. Let them reach out to you.
Yeah. I think I'm blacklisted with like a company or two. Which
Really?
is bad. Yeah. Unfortunately.
It's all right. Just put another fish in the sea.
Yeah. But these are big companies, so I'm probably on the big list now.
Nah. Just gotta.
You can't buy tacos for now, but tacos for me, tacos for you. Do. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jumble all these together and like make a good podcast. Do you want the file as well, or are you gonna make your own?
No, I think I'll be okay. I probably can just pull it off of the
the
VOD. Yeah.
The VOD. Okay.
I think Juice says I think I'm gonna promote Twitch with TikTok and then grow my channel. Yesterday's stream was funny. I came across a dude that can do voice impressions. Oh, that's sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Like growing your stream on other platforms is the way to go.
Yeah, and don't think about people as numbers, because they're not numbers. They're actual people.
Say it's better streaming to get your numbers up than the. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say, like. But I understand. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Like you like the analytics of your stream to be better. Instead of numbers, I would say like viewers, but viewers doesn't necessarily equate.
No, does not necessarily equate to success.
Monetization.
Yeah. Like
you can have a streamer that has like 100,000 viewers and makes like, I don't know,
like has 5 subs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say like 100,000 viewers, 50K a year.
Yeah.
And then another streamer that has like 100 viewers and still makes 50K a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just depends on the community that you build and like who's, because if 100,000 people, or no, so 50,000 people are streaming or not streaming, viewing your or in your community, and everybody just like only donates a dollar, right? That's 50K.
Yeah.
But if you have like 100 people in your stream and like everyone's like super supportive and they all donate, you know, $100, then that's right. 500 or no? What did I say? 100 people?
Yeah. 50,000 people. If
100 people, that's $500 is 50K.
Yeah.
It just depends on how what kind of community you have. Play some Valorant. Have a good one. Ourselves, Viper. We'll be doing COD Warzone today. Yes, we're gonna be jumping in there.
We're gonna be jumping in there like right now.
Right now?
Right now! Right now! Right now! Right now! All right, so we're gonna disconnect the camera here, turn on the camera there, and then yeah.
All right.
Sound
we
good?
shall be right back. Yo, I just want to say, everyone, give Titan a big round of applause.
Thank
big
you.
round of applause. Putting this together.
Thank you.
Killed it with his questions. If you guys want to go check him out, he has a excellent little series on YouTube.
Do you want me to drop my YouTube in there?
Yes, please do.
And I have my podcast as well.
And a
drop
podcast.
that in.
And a podcast chat.
Mm-hmm.
Can I join you guys in Warzone? Trevor, we'll see. I gotta see if my friend jumped on or not.
So,
and I might not be on for super long because I have to get ready, or I have to go to my sister's house to help cook dinner.
yeah, and like
I am. So check out his YouTube right there.
There's my YouTube, and here's my podcast.
All right, and then as soon as when we get into the other scene, we can do
we can do the whole dances and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop out of here. and then we can pop into my chat or your chat. Your Discord or my Discord?
For Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
We can go into mine.
Okay.
Be easier that way. Okay, well, guys, thank you very much for joining us for this round of Stream Talks. We'll be back another time with another guest, maybe. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Thumbs up to you all. And we wiggle thumbs. What, you want a thumb wrestle? We can thumb wrestle. I win! I win!
I know, I'm hiding. You can't get me.
Yeah, but I'm on top of you. So I win.
No, I'm not pinned. I'm turtled.
You're turtle. You suck.
I'll give it defense.